Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
Still has a weapon. Blinker 1, he's telling us he's going to start shooting.
Shots are coming to the north now. Someone ricocheted by me, I think.
And again, we still have an open line. We cannot hear him in the background. He's not responding to anything. He has also stopped coughing. We're not hearing any noises at all in the background. He did tell us he was hurt really bad with the shot, is what he told us. Actually, he told us in the arm and that he was bleeding. Bradford has a lot.
A dramatic, deadly night in a North Fargo neighborhood. Tonight, 2 men are dead, one of them a Fargo police officer. Good evening, everyone.
This has been a sad day throughout the Red River Valley. Many of us shrugging shoulders, others shaking their heads in disbelief. Late this afternoon, we got word that Fargo police officer Jason Moser passed away at Sanford Hospital. The shooter, Marcus Schumacher, died sometime last night inside the home along the 300 block of 9th Avenue North.
Here's how the tragic evening unfolded. Dispatchers say the call came in around 7 as a domestic disturbance. And when officers arrived on scene, Marcus Schumacher started shooting. Officers say it was a gunshot wound that killed Schumacher, but they aren't sure if it was officers returning fire or self-inflicted. Today, in response, the community is paying homage to those behind the badge at the Fargo Police Department, bringing food and flowers.
Let's begin our team coverage tonight. Valley News Team's Bradford Eric, who's in North Fargo near the house where this is believed to have began. Bradford, what can you tell us?
Mike, this area where I'm standing is just yards from Sanford Hospital, and I'm right in front of the house where that was the epicenter of this tragic overnight shooting. Earlier today, investigators were poring over a 6-block area looking for any evidence as to why Marcus Schumacher would shoot at police. You can clearly see Officer Jason Moser's vest on the ground, resting where he was shot in an alleyway. Sheriff Paul Laney called today an ugly day, saying 5 officers had died in the line of duty in the last 2 days.
People are hunting us. And how do you think that sits with us? But yet we, wear this badge with honor and pride, and we're going to go out every day and protect our communities. Fargo Police Chief David Todd looked weary as dawn broke, choking back tears as he explained how his brother in blue was shot down.
Well, law enforcement's it's a tight family. You work the streets with those guys every day, and it's a brotherhood and a sisterhood.
As we reported to you just moments ago, Officer Jason Moser has passed away from his gunshot wound. They were described by police as unsurvivable. The investigation to just what did happen here now rests with the North Dakota BCI. They expect their final report to take about a month. Reporting live in Fargo, Bradford Eric, Valley News Live.
Throughout the night, officers from the immediate area, including as far away as Grand Forks, were called in to assist. Residents inside this huge perimeter area were told to shelter in place until officers gave the all clear. That happened shortly after 6 o'clock this morning.
Our team coverage continues now with Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter, Nicole Johnson.
She joins us live from the Fargo Police Department in downtown Fargo to tell us more about the officer.
Your tears are our tears. That's a note left on a bouquet of flowers outside the Fargo Police Department. It's a tough day for Officer Moser's family, including his work family.
We felt a little better knowing that at least somebody was out our door to protect us.
Jolene Thorstad, thankful for the blue and red flashing lights while she was on lockdown in her apartment, hearing gunshots.
Knowing that he was out there trying to do his job, and sorry.
33-year-old Officer Jason Moser shot a husband, a dad of 2, a 6-year veteran of the Fargo Police Department. Fellow officers continue investigating, visibly shaken. They tell me he was a good Army medic, a highly decorated soldier. Officer Moser served overseas in Iraq. A few years ago, Officer Moser received a Silver Star Medal from the Fargo Police Department after he pulled 2 children from a house fire.
They put their lives on the line for us every day. They're here to protect and serve, and we don't realize that. It's something that I think, for me, it's their tears are my tears. Their tears are our tears. As a community, we're crying. And I think that It's a show of support.
For many, like Thorstad, there's only one word to describe Officer Mosier.
He's a hero. I mean, he was doing his job.
Okay. The police department tells me Officer Mosier's family needs time to grieve. But if you're looking for a way to help, there is an account set up for his family at Bell State Bank. Reporting in Fargo, Nicole Johnson, Valley News Live.
All right, thanks, Nicole. Let's remind folks about that fund that was set up for the family. Bell State Bank tells Valley News Live that donations are accepted at all of the Bell State banks in the area under the account name Benefit Fund for Officer Mosier.
Fargo police have identified the shooter as 49-year-old Marcus Schumacher, and he owns the home. We learned from Schumacher's former employer that he was recently let go because he worked the business he worked for downsized. Co-worker and boss Noah Kraft says Schumacher was a good employee who was mellow but would have verbal outbursts from time to time. We did learn from Facebook that Schumacher posted a status around 7:45 last night saying, "Well, it finally happened. Mom, I should have listened to you. You were right. I love my Facebook family, loved knowing my extended family, love everyone." This is the aftermath of Schumacher's home. Traffic violations and disorderly conduct were Schumacher's recent criminal history. We are still investigating and trying to confirm if Schumacher was involved with murder in 1988. Neighbors of Schumacher's say that he was married and had a son and never expected something like this to happen.
During the shooting last night, many folks in that neighborhood were told to stay inside their homes. Neighbors that lived near the Officer Mosier's home was shot tell us that they heard more than 30 shots. They say they saw SWAT come in and pull Mosier out. Many people are in shock and disbelief that this happened in their quiet and close community. One woman says she's so grateful today for the police force that protect our streets.
I feel so sorry for his family, because he was protecting and serving us. And he got a silver medal for saving 2 kids in a fire. And I think it's just sad that he died.
Pfaff says in the midst of the standoff, 3 officers stopped by her home to check on her family.
This story is affecting our entire community. This morning, we caught up with one man who came into the Fargo Police Department carrying flowers and wiping away tears.
You never know what's on the other side of the door. You never know what is behind the car door. This is what they do. They put their lives on the line for us. We need to show their support.
There continues to be an incredible outpouring of support for Mosier's family and the Fargo Police Department. It's definitely a story that is touching a lot of people.
The new Clay County Sheriff's Office drone was used for the first time today by officers in their investigation. It could be seen flying above the alleyway where the officer was found. The Clay County Sheriff's Office introduced the drone to the public earlier this week. This is one of 4 drones that public safety agencies will have available to them when responding to emergency situations around our area. Now keep in mind, officers are still investigating in and around this shooting scene. As a result, mail carriers could not deliver mail to the area today, and they won't be able to until the area is cleared. If you're affected by this, here's the advice. Call the Trollwood Postal Station at this phone number, 701-353-6044. Now, they're going to help you figure out how you can get your mail until it's all over.
The shooting in Fargo last night was a terrible reminder of just how dangerous working in law enforcement can be. One former officer knows about that danger. Eric Stewart was the police chief in Emerado, North Dakota in 1990 when he was shot twice in the head and survived.
Someone came running to the bar and said, "There's a guy with a gun, there he is." And I chased him down and he kept trying to shoot me, but he couldn't get the gun to work. And so I gave him the benefit of a doubt and figured there's an unloaded gun. And he went and hid around in the corner and I went after him. And when we caught up to him, he got the gun to work and shot me in the face.
In all, 28 North Dakota law enforcement officers have died in the line of duty by gunfire before Wednesday's fatal Fargo shooting. The only other officer to die in Fargo from gunfire was Frederick Alderman in 1882. Grand Forks has not had an officer die from gunfire. We have a link to the full list of North Dakota law enforcement officers who have been killed by gunfire in the line of duty. Just go to valleynewslive.com and click on this story.
And we'll have more coverage tonight at 10, including a candlelight vigil that's going to be held this evening. In other news today, this is a chance for you to give to your favorite charity and make the dollars really count. We're going to explain how later on Valley News Live at 6.
Radar shows a few flurries here in the valley. It does look like it will be quiet but very cold. A wind chill advisory this evening as air temperatures will dip to below zero. Hour by hour details on snow in the forecast coming up right after this.